All right. I was just ready to close down for the night, maybe watch a little Netflix or YouTube. Surfing, came across this little article here. It looks like the human lifespan has been decreasing since the 1950s. The most significant plunge since World War II. Hey, let's take a little look at this and see what's going on. Longstein, Dr. Stephen Wolf, director of Virginia Commonwealth University Center on Society and Health, states the fact that life expectancy declined in the 1950s raises questions about what was happening during that time. He adds the issue of declining life expectancy is more extensive and long-standing than previously believed. Now, I thought that since World War II, my generation, I'm a baby boomer, right there, I thought it was the kind of like the best. You got the benefits of everything, including a longer life expectancy, because life was supposed to be better. Let's just do a few more clicks and just see if we can find anything here. There's an ad. Experts in the field note that these findings offer valuable insights into reversing the continuing trend of life expectancy in the United States. In the first half of the 20th century, I guess, up to the beginning and end of World War II, the United States made significant strides in public health, from better sanitation to widespread vaccination, leading to remarkable increases in life expectancy. So what happened? And how much has life expectancy been lowered? Let's see if we can find out. We were number 12, I guess. All right, however, starting in 1955, the growth rate began to decline, and by 1968, the U.S. had slipped to 29th place. Rethinking the decline starting point, Dr. Stephen Wolf's research challenges previous assumptions about when the decline began and redefines its timeline. We hadn't looked closely at historical data, says the headline here. He explains we used to think the decline started in the 1980s because we hadn't looked closely at historical data. Well, now here's an interesting point, about science. It shows the science can be all messed up, on their facts and data they're using. You just can't really trust the science 100%. And it's kind of always susceptible to change. It's almost like the theory of the moment. Scientific theories, we have them. They can change at any time. So I guess I could make a video about how science is kind of like only a step or two away from witchcraft, witch doctors, wizards, of the old medieval and earlier pagan areas. How much more have we really come? I think somewhat, but I don't know. Fluctuations in recent years. Now, don't you just hate these type of slideshow things you find when you go to Microsoft Start, I guess is what it's called. It's just a bunch of stuff to keep you clicking from one slide to another, and that's what it is, a slideshow. And I guess you get different ads along the way and different articles you can look at. Let's continue. Data estimates and variations. Dr. Wolf explains that the study's rankings and yearly changes may vary due to estimates from the U.S. Mortality Database and the UN Population Division. Hey, this doesn't sound like an exact science to me. factors shaping life expectancy. Now, maybe we're onto something here. Individual health choices and systemic factors influence life expectancy, says Michael Engelman. Sorry, I don't really have a good set of glasses for this distance. An associate professor of sociology at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Engelman emphasizes that looking at the past can show us that change is achievable and that circumstances are not permanent. You know what? I'm not really sure what the hell is going on, though, right at this point. Regional differences. Life expectancy growth in the U.S. has varied since the 1950s. According to Dr. Wolf, the western and northeastern states saw the most rapid increases, while Midwestern and South Central states experienced slower growth. I guess that the Northeast and the West, the blue states, have the greatest life expectancy right now, while the Midwestern and South Central states, typically the red states, seem to be behind on that. Health outcomes. Dr. Wolf emphasizes the importance of these state groupings, noting these states have had a big impact on the country's low life expectancy ratings. So if the country has a low life expectancy, lower since 1950s, the end of World War II, that means it's probably, Trump and the Republicans bring it down. Is that where we're going here? States achieving health parity. States such as Hawaii and New York still have life expectancy similar to the world's healthiest nations. This study confirms that policy decisions impact health and life expectancy. So you got to have the good politicians, the good government system in place, the blue states, get the Democrats. And I'm still a lifelong registered Democrat. But I guess, is that what this is going to say? Multifaceted factors influencing health. According to Michael Engelman, factors influencing health and lifespan are multifaceted. She argues that our health story extends beyond our control. Now, what are we to make of that? Scientists can't control this? Final last words. Palliative care nurse reveals the most common words spoken before death. Are we on to something else now, to where we're on hospice or something? Well, I don't want to get into the final last words. I said we jumped right from the declining life expectancy. Now we're on to the last words of, hospice, palliative care. Let's nix that right there. But what does all this nonsense say about, trust in the science and everything? Their data is even messed up. Not sure. All right. Well, this was just an off-the-cuff live stream. I think I'm going to go watch some YouTube, Netflix, Prime TV on my smart TV. You have a good night.